will suffer for this humiliation.
We're the first ones. You're alive. I'm glad to see another living soul. The miller went off to warn Clearfell about a strange sickness plaguing our men. I was fixing to go after him, till that bloody thing got to me first. Now, all those who drowned in the flooding, suddenly they ain't so dead no more. I would appreciate it if you could... Reach Clearfell. Find the miller.
Death comes swiftly here. I should keep moving. Power can hide where you least expect. Inspiring. A sickness controls him. Step on my chosen path. He bore the mark of corruption. I know it.
Elton, please come inside.
Here, there is a small trace of hope in the air.
Renly's the name. You're skilled with the violence, if what you did out there in the riverbanks is any sign. Another refugee from the Count's justice, I take it. Well, have no fear. This place is something of a hideaway for many of us now, and we could sorely use your skills in these dark times. I'll smith for you what I can, if you're willing to bend your violence toward our defense. There's a beast of particular dark power stalking us out in the ferry. It moves unseen under the dirt and attacks without warning. We can't leave the walls to find food, and I've been unable to corner and slay the beast myself. Now, if you could channel your violence against this devourer, as Finn calls it, we'd be indebted to you. Well, this place was never meant to house this many people, especially not the sick and injured, but there's nowhere else to go. The monsters creeping out of the forest keep us locked within these wooden walls, and the Count's tyranny has made outlaws of everyone here, so nobody's coming to save us. I don't have the heart to tell the others I don't see a way to survive this. I put on a brave face, but it's the truth. This part of Farrell has been a fair home for many an Essamite generation. The clans didn't always get along, but we had to settle our feuds when the Eternals laid their savage boot upon us. We weren't able to take part in the Bloody Flowers Rebellion, but we had our share of conflict with them here. Their ruins run over the top of ours, fighting a silent war in stone. It's a shame what happened to old Brannock. He was a kind man in life, but I can't say I'll miss the creature he became. Oh, he tried to batter his way in for 5 full days once he rose again. Well, we thought we were done for. But then you came along, and I'm glad you did.
His burden is heavy. He hides it well.
Welcome, violent stranger. I am Finn, and I shall be your humble provider of useful and diverse objects. That are most definitely not scrounged or stolen. If I don't got it, I can get it. You just let me know. This is a wooden tomb, if you care to see it objectively. We're not quite dead yet, but food supply is dwindling, and I've seen what hunger can make a man do. The monsters out there are not the ones that will get us in the end. Oh, Renly's all right. Only man in the village that didn't run me out of town whenever he saw me. Well, maybe it's because he didn't have a daughter to protect.
Headstrong and overconfident, like me.
You there! Before you go, allow old Mortimer to warn you. Out there, ancient creatures, lurking beneath the surface, cloaked in darkness. They then burst forth to feast on the souls of the recently departed. Trust me, I've seen them. The others think me mad, but mark my words, it is true.
Are you sure it's not just the Devourer that's tormenting the encampment?
No. But that damn thing has likely opened their passage to the surface. These creatures, they are something else. It is not but one threat. It is many. And I fear what it means for Clearfell.
Perhaps I can see what can be done.
Depose them. Cave in the cracks. Cave in whatever you find. We've got enough trouble here as it is.
Fear not, old one.
I knew I could count on you. Well, I don't know how else to describe them. They ripped right up out of the dirt. Fearsome and terrifying. I've never seen anything like it.
This bodes ill. Tell me of their appearance.
Black-blooded, green-eyed. Darkness oozes about them wherever they skulk. They reek of a time long buried. Well, just speculation, of course.
Could it be? Perhaps the old enemy has returned.
Welcome to the Camp of the Lost, stranger. We survive, but we do not live. I am Una. All this began the night Count Gino took his most loyal men into the Grellwood. After he returned, a madness grew in him. Something happened out there. Please, I beg of you, travel into the forest and begin your search. There must be some clue as to what took place. I fear this land's sickness will only deepen unless we do something. Renly brings the strength, Finn brings the wit, and I'm doing my best to keep spirits raised with my songs. Hope is the only thing we have now, but it's in short supply. He doubts himself, but I know he will find a way to protect us. He is a good man, and I am thankful for his presence. In many ways, he reminds me of my father.
Her mind tends to wander. She reminds me of one of my sisters.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, able-bodied men capable of excavation must present themselves at the manor at once. Failure to do so will constitute a crime. I have received reports of a number of villagers hiding at the Clearfell logging site. Travel there and convey my order to return. Anyone refusing my authority should be considered a traitor and a criminal. Deal with them as you see fit, but bring their bodies back to the manor.
Ice, wake in snow, sleep my pretties as you grow. Sleep in ice, wake in snow, sleep my pretties.
Crude magic, barely controlled. No wonder it leaks. So this is the source. It spills forth old power.
Invader!
Desert fire!
Estelle!
I survived, but all that I was is gone. Count Gino has only been growing more and more cruel with his justice. He arrested my father for bringing in the harvest one day late, and the rest of my family scattered and fled as the soldiers came for them. I was away when it happened, but my neighbors warned me on my way home, and I fled. Clearfell is as far as I could go before the dangers of the forest closed in. There is scant hope in my heart for my father, but I must believe my mother and my 2 younger brothers escaped, even though my heart tells me that they are just songs now. I keep longing for a ray of light to cut through the darkness of these bleak days.
Bad enough I have all these folks to protect. I've been worried sick about my son ever since the Count's men arrested him. I was hoping you might have seen him when you were in their custody. He's a big lad, but you can't miss him because, well, he's not from around here. I found him washed up on the riverbanks when he was just a child, a Karoi foundling, perhaps lost by some raiding party. Nobody ever came for him, though. Every day here in Clearfell, I keep my eyes on the river, hoping he'll miraculously wash up on its lonely sands just one more time.
Disgusting. Everything is wet and vile in Ogham.
So, you did it. Within the lair of the Devourer was more to this story. How did you defeat them?
Simple. My power was greater than theirs.
I see. Well, it is my duty to defend our kin from these monsters. And I will do my best. But do keep collapsing in their entry points. I'm not quite the shot I used to be. You have my thanks. Forgive my manners, young one. I am Mortimer. I've been a steward in these parts for longer than you have drawn breath. Over the years, my canines and I have seen Ogham in turmoil and peace, and all that lay between.
You have the wisdom that only age can bring. How do you judge the current danger your people face?
It is in a league of its own, but we will persevere. We always do. I'm an old-timer. I've seen the clans at war, seen the Thanes at each other's throats, but never one treating his own quite like this.
A Sekhama would never have done these things. The Count is mad.
Yes, once we called him the Wolf for his sense of kinship. Now, the Mad Wolf. Rabid decisions, profane thinking, and putrid results.
I know a thing or two about Ezomir. Where are your Thanes? It is their duty to aid you, is it not?
One of the first things Count Geonor did in his madness was damage our relationship with the Thanes. Insulted them and cut off contact. Paranoid that they were plotting against him.
Of course. A tale as old as time.
Those relationships were vital. Built on the very blood and bones of those who fought for Ezomir. It is nothing but a spit in the face of those who died for these lands.
Ah, the mudworm. Wandered the Vestiri. This was not a challenge.
The Devourer is just another victim of the sickness infecting our precious land. Many of Ogham's beasts are fearsome and dangerous, but not like this. The infection in the soil, water, and air is changing them. All of them. It is sad to see such a great creature slain, but it was no longer what it once was. I suppose it had to be done.
You killed the Devourer in its own lair? That's mighty brave of you, hero. Now at least we won't starve to death. One less way to die, I guess.
Ah, finally! Took down the Devourer, did you? Oh, that's incredible! This is the first real success we've had against the darkness. We can breathe a bit easier now, perhaps even go out and gather food. Now, this won't cover our debt to you, not nearly. But take it as thanks.